The perfect place to start gushing about this game that I like is simply by looking at one of my favorite parts in the intro. I love the Tekken intro because of how ominous Kazuya's entire presence is. He's like some sort of ghost to Heihachi Mishima himself. Tekken 4 overall was just a pretty strange game. That's one of the reasons I like it so much, because it's very experimental compared to the other games. The first thing you hear when you boot up the game is there is nothing really. The only thing you can audibly hear is just the cursor moving around or you pressing the buttons. I think that was a very great idea. Instead of having a very loud menu song, like a rock song that gets you pumped and wants to play Tekken, oh yeah. No, this is just trying to get you in the ambience. Moving on from the first perspective you have of the game, let's get on into the story mode. And then again, Tekken 4 decides to go for more of an ambience for the character select screen, like you're entering some sort of world by simply playing the game. One aspect that a lot of people like from Tekken 4 is how serious the story really is compared to newer or even older Tekken games. For example, the first thing that you hear when you get in King's story mode is
Armor King was murdered. King swore upon Armor King's grave that he would seek revenge against the man responsible for his mentor's death.
Most characters in the game have the same treatment. They all get actual stories and they all have a reason to be in the tournament. For example, Martial Law gets into a genuine depression over his restaurant and dojo going into bankruptcy, and even his son having some issues too, if I remember correctly. The real canonical story of Tekken 4 is that Jin Kazama, the son of Kazuya Mishima and Jun Kazama, went into hiding because in the last tournament, after defeating Drew Ogre, Heihachi Mishima shot him in the head, therefore awakening his devil gene. After all of that, Jin Kazama went into hiding in Australia and unlearned the entire Mishima fighting style to learn the traditional karate. Another one of the things that made Tekken 4 so different was the stages and gameplay. Most of the Tekken 4 stages are pretty big because most of them are based on real life places, like an airport, a mall, the beach too, and even a jungle. The Tekken 4 roster is not that big compared to newer games, of course, but it's a pretty good roster because it brought back a lot of the fan favorite characters and Kazuya. It also gave us one of the most interesting newcomers into the game, which is Steve Fox. Most of the music is really good, and I'll be showing you some examples throughout my talk. But one of my favorite songs is called Fear. It's a laboratory stage song, and from what I read is that apparently this song was supposed to denote horror, fear, hence the name. But for me it gives me like a very mixed feeling. It sounds like a very calm song, yet it actually makes me kind of uncomfortable sometimes. I don't really know how to explain it, but I hope you get it as I am showing the song. Well, thank you folks for watching this tiny Tekken 4 video that doesn't really have like a meaning. It's just, I just like saying stuff about it. Sorry if it's a very shitty video. Yeah, it's just kind of the first video I actually put effort into, because if you see my channel, it's just kind of memes I made. If you feel like subscribing to see if there's more of these videos, I'll do them whenever I can, because school projects are very hard.